Hello and welcome to the Being Counter to Boss podcast. It's the first inaugural episode of this new podcast hosted by us here at XBert, or powered by XBert, alongside Amy Hancock and James Goulsborough. I'm going to hand over to those guys and let them do a bit of an introduction to themselves. Amy, do you want to go first?
So, hi everyone, I'm Amy Hancock. I'm an accountant and auditor. I have a business called Hancock and Hastings based in Dunstable in Bedfordshire. I am an ACCA fellow and did a Being Counter to Boss podcast with my co-host James last year alongside the ACCA. We are now powered by XBert. Thanks, Will, for having us. And we will be sharing warts and all about our practice journey. We're still in our infancies in our practices, a couple of years old now. So still learning, still growing, still making good decisions, making bad decisions, and hopefully we can share all with you and maybe you could help us along the way.
Yeah, I'm James Goulsborough. I am also, I'm a partner of a practice down south in Petersfield, Hampshire, GTA Accounting. I'm also an ACA member, and as of yesterday, I'm now a fellow, which is awesome. Amy and I have known each other for a couple of years. We've been on a great journey with the Being Counter to the Boss podcast of ACCA. We're very fortunate that Will has offered to support us further and take this onto a whole new platform. And we just hope to give you more insights, because obviously our journeys have changed very much along the way when we first started that podcast with ACC.
Perfect. Thanks, guys. And just to give some background on the podcast, like Amy said, this is going to be a kind of warts and all story about your guys' journey. We're going to take you through sort of setting up on your own, what to look at, maybe do some sessions on niching, some sessions on technology. We'll get some guests involved as well. This podcast is really for anybody really in practice, to be honest. If you've set up on your own recently, or you've been in practice for a little while and you want some advice or some help on what you need to do to take that next step to grow your business, then definitely tune in and come and hear what the guys have to say. And as I said, we'll hopefully get some great guests on the podcast that will help you in your accounting and bookkeeping journey. Not just for accountants, bookkeepers as well.
Don't forget the bookkeepers.
Can't forget the bookkeepers.
Very important.
Those bookkeepers. Cool. Do you want to? I know obviously we've spoken about your professional lives, guys, but what do you do? What do you do for fun? What do you do outside of work? I know both of you have got kids, so that generally takes up most of the time. But Amy, what do you enjoy doing outside of auditing and accounting?
I work outside work.
Yeah.
I've been in the profession since I was 18. So 22 years. I know I don't look 40. I know. I don't know if people can see me, but I know I don't look it. And so that's all I've known, and I love it. I have a passion for it. So actually I do work a lot. Outside of that, I do a lot of Pilates. I sit at a desk all day. Loads of people will relate to me with this. Sit at a desk, hunch shoulders, lean forwards, constantly, back pain, having to move. The Apple Watch telling me to stand up just doesn't cut it. It's not enough. So I do Pilates a couple times a week. I'm really fortunate to live near Whipsnade Zoo, and we spend a lot of time up there with the kids. And yeah, it's general school admin and prepping for various, are they called mufti days? I don't think they're called mufti days. Non-uniform days. I don't know what they're called.
Now you're and you just said you're not old. You've just shown your age.
Do we not use mufti anymore? Okay, sorry. Non-uniform days, or break the rules days, or any other day that needs a pound where I don't have a pound because nobody carries on cash anymore. Yeah, constant school admin life, drop off, pick up, classes, everything. And I've always loved to travel, trying to fit that in and afford it during the school holidays. God, I sound a bit ranty today.
Just get it off your chest.
Yeah, it's fine.
School holidays so expensive, and now you've got the fines. I've been fined before. Don't do it, people. Yeah, so very busy. Business owner, mum, wife,
You say
parties goer.
doing school prep and getting ready for those days. Have you seen that meme where it's that person that's like, oh, the kids are in bed, time for me to get ahead for the next day, and it just pans to them laying in bed eating chocolate, scrolling through their phone.
Yeah,
'Cause that's what
I
happens.
wish.
Yeah, that's
I
that. You
wish.
don't get
Mine
prep
is.
ready. You do everything first thing in the morning in the rush before the school run. Come on,
yeah, that's
let's
me.
be
That
real
is
now.
me.
Let's be real now, because I've done exactly the same. I just did it this morning, so.
Yeah, that's
It's
me.
the. I
Yeah,
don't know about you. The calendar. So I have like, and we'll probably go into this a little bit more. I have one phone for work and home, basically, because I can just. Used to have two. Can't deal with it. Various different calendars for different things. Obviously got my work calendar with every single thing I need to do for the next day. So that's what I'm doing the night before. I'm like, right, forgot to do this today. Need to put that in the calendar. And then you look the next day and you're like, oh, it's packed lunch day tomorrow. Oh my God. And I forgot it's library book day. And so yeah, not only have you got to think about all your clients and their needs, you've got the school's needs. It's not the kids' needs, it's the school's needs.
That's it.
yeah, that's it.
So that does take over. I like to travel. I try to travel, not as much as I used to, because obviously it's so expensive, but winding down time is a little bit of reality TV. For those that have listened to me before, I love a little bit of Real Housewives and true
Not
crime.
a married at first sight fan, then.
No, I'm not a Married at First Sight fan. I'm a really trashy
Made in
Real
Chelsea.
Housewives fan.
Made in
Made in
Chelsea.
Chelsea, even a little bit of Towie. I'm still in. I'm still
Old
one of the
that's old school.
48,000 people who watch it. Still going strong. And actually, I was talking briefly to Rachel Harris about the love of Real Housewives. She's also got the same. And also true crime podcasts.
Yeah.
I'm into the Australian. There's a guy called Hedley Thomas that does loads of it. I'm really into that, and that is addictive whilst I work. So
Recommendations for people as well.
the Australian, obviously after Bean Counter,
Yeah,
get your
yeah.
Bean Counter fix, and then wind down with some true crime.
Don't always have to listen to business podcasts or work life podcasts. You can have some
No,
fun.
that's it.
Exactly. Go on,
James.
James.
Go on, man.
What do I do? Well, apart from being taxi dad, sharing that responsibility with my wife, we're here and everywhere. Yeah, so like yourself, I like to think I don't work much, but my wife will disagree with me on that, and I think that's the joys of when you're starting a practice and trying to build it up, and you have many hats, and then you get to that point where you then start to delegate, which obviously we'll talk more about in the podcast. Obviously, I'm was a keen sportsman. And that's injury stopped me from going further, so I'm a little bit limited in what I can do now these days because of it. But I still enjoy going to the gym. I'm very lucky. I've got one of my best mates has his own studio, so I can go in and out when I want to.
Is that the one that's opposite your office?
No, it's not. Ironic enough, but they're a client. But my best mate's also got his own one down the road, so I won't tell them that. Anyway, I love playing golf, but not enough, and real tennis. So obviously one of my other closest friends, he's a pro up at Queen's, and I'm very fortunate I get to go and play up there every now and then. So perhaps we can do a session up at Queen's one day. That'd be pretty cool.
Go and record the podcast at Queen's and play some tennis.
That'd be awesome.
I'm up for that. Well, Amy, you can come and play golf and tennis if you want to.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I'm very competitive, so I'm usually the ref or the umpire or something, so I don't beat someone up. So yeah.
No, I think we can get you on a real tennis court. We can do some of that. It's quite cool because obviously it's a sport made famous by King Henry VIII, so it's very steeped in tradition, but it's also quite so it is good fun. Yeah, so I'm also getting into paddle, which is
nice. Okay.
Which is up and coming. So, but again, it's limited. So I'd like to do more, but I think life just gets in the way.
100%.
And like you say, we were this morning sitting there thinking, and I'm like, I've got to do the school lunch, and I realised then my daughter's telling me I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah.
It's not like how mummy makes it. And
especially after we're all off the back of 2 days at Accountex as well, right?
Yes,
so
we're all very tired.
Throws you out of your routine, doesn't it? When you come back into real life after doing something like that.
Yeah. You sort of realise, you thought, oh no, and you sort of take for granted it's how embedded in routine we are.
Yeah, exactly right. And I've got a question off the back of that, right? A bit of personal life stuff. And obviously you guys have probably got some goals in your personal life as well, right? What's the goal for your business I think the goal for your business is obviously to make your personal life better, but what's the end game for you guys, right? What are you looking to achieve with the practice? Where do you want to get to? What's your thoughts on that side of things?
That's such a hard question.
Is it?
And I was talking to someone at Accountex yesterday, and I was like, I asked them what their end goal was. And theirs was a house, a specific house, picture in their mind of a specific house that they want. And I was like, oh, that's nice. He's like, what's yours? I was like, a bit more money. I feel like I'm still in the early days of the business, and I'm still chasing what I earned in employment.
Okay.
Which I know people say that's nuts. But you do. When you're a new business owner, you've got to take sacrifices. So I'm still chasing that. And then as the wages go up and up, in Big Four, and because I'm an auditor, if I was an audit manager, even if I was always a manager, not even audit partner, I'd be earning way more than I've got now. So I'm like chasing that goal, because then I want the nice holidays. Mine's not house. I'm not moving again. I don't know about anyone else, but stress. I'm done. I will extend, but I'm not moving. And I've got no exit goal at all. I enjoy sitting, doing a set of accounts of an evening. I'm that person. I enjoy compliance. When everyone's talking about advisory and we should go down that road, no, I love compliance. The satisfaction of submitting to company's house. Yeah, love it.
Is that the auditor in you though?
Yeah, probably. That's why I'm probably a little bit few and far between, because people are like, what? You like audit? So I think my goal would be, one of my goals is going to be get more sole practitioner auditors to stay in the industry.
Okay. Funnily enough, I spoke to a couple of individual practitioners that are thinking about doing audit at Accountex over the last couple of days. So, yeah.
Okay.
You could be the face. You could be the face, Amy.
I did an actual post on LinkedIn, and I was like, hi, auditors. Can you be my friend? Can we create a group? Zero.
We're going to have to push
I was talking to, I know, right? Auditors, please be my friend. I was talking to a guy in NatWest Bank last week, and he said everyone who knows that sole practitioner has just given up. And they're all going to bigger firms. So the bigger firms, fair play to you. If you can get the fees, go chase the fees. But a lot of smaller businesses that are just going over the threshold do not have 30 grand to just go and have an audit and then resent it and don't see the value in it. So if we can keep those smaller practitioners in audit, there's a bit more competition. I don't like the idea of monopoly. So that's part of the reason why we started doing Being Counter Boss, was to help members that were considering starting their own practice to go, do you know what, it's reachable, and it's achievable, and learn from us so you don't make mistakes, and stick with it. So I suppose I'm trying to get to the auditors, but also the accountants as well. It is achievable to have your own practice, live your own life, and do things at your own pace.
Yeah. You didn't really answer the question there, but it's fine.
No, so at the end of the day,
she basically answered the question.
It's a politician's answer, but we'll go.
She'd be good for that. She should be running for the local party at Dunstable soon.
Don't go. We'll talk about the politics side of me later. But no, basically, I don't have an end goal as such. Yeah. I want to enjoy the journey, and haven't figured it out. Might figure it out at the end of the series. Who knows? Go on, James. You must have one.
Well, my own goal, it changes, I think, every day, depending on the circumstances that happen with what goes on in life and work. But the reason why I went into practice with James was because I need to create a better balance for me. I wanted that to be around a bit more. I'm fortunate that I can take my daughter to school. Have I got the balance right? No. Being very honest about that with people. But I always want to help, and I think that's the coaching James, the coach of James when I used to do sports at schools, is still coming out. I want to make a difference for the right reasons, not because I want a pat on my back. I see people that need help, I want to help them. I enjoy talking to people. Shock. I just want to make a difference, and whether that's going to be continuing with the practice or whether that's going off and helping people, I don't know. That I'm still figuring out for myself. But I'm enjoying, like Amy says, on the journey. As we are, I like doing what I'm doing. That's being involved, and that's talking to the clients. That's doing the work. I think that's a big thing, a key thing to sort of understand where potentially there might be some issues with the clients. but also getting a team that shares my same values. I'm enjoying that journey at the moment as well. So we'll talk about that as we go through the podcast. You know, having current staff going, trying to hire staff, you know, it's and trying to get people on board to share my values. Again, like Amy, I don't want a big house. You know, it'd be very nice, don't get me wrong. But yes, I'd like to have a bit more opportunity to do some things for us as a family and for me personally. But I think the end goal of me is I'll always help people. So I don't think that will ever change. I just need to figure out whether that will still be with GTA or whether that would be for me by myself, doing some other things.
Nice. I like that. The financial freedom, bit of time back with your family is always what you need, right?
Yeah. I mean, you don't do this to sort of be worse off, but you have to start somewhere, don't you, Amy? Like you say, I'm like you know.
I am worse off.
But I'm the same, you know. Every time we sit there and James and I think there and go, brilliant, we get to that point where we think, no, we're gonna have to reinvest in software, new structure, new processes, staff. You know, it's ensuring that, you know, I'm very guilty of putting other people first before myself.
I think it's quite nice as well, like you just said there, Amy, you're worse off. Like, you don't very often hear new business owners or business owners in general talk about that side of things. Like, it's all, when you look on LinkedIn or you look on socials, it's all about, look how great I'm doing, look how great this is. You don't get to hear it very often from the horse's mouth, and like, actually, it was hard. It was bloody difficult.
I think
the first couple of years.
there's always...
It's tough. I'm not earning as much as I could do if I was in a big practice. I'm not. But the end goal and the freedom that you get is worth that pain.
100%. I think people will see pictures of me, but I think I am quite honest about everything. Chasing the audit dream, still keeping my hand in there when people tell me I'm nuts to do it. And I am seeing slowly improving. I mean, I didn't pay my husband for 18 months. I just kind of forgot about him as well. He did do it. He worked half.
Shout out Gary. Shout out Gary. He's a legend.
Shout out to
Gary. Gary's a hero. Lego hero.
I see him walking around the Caltex in his Jordans. What a legend. Shorts and Jordans. He's a geezer.
While we were there, he bought another pair of Jordans off of eBay while we were there. That is his pension money. He's like, I don't want a pension. So I give him dividends, and he goes and buys Lego and Jordans. Yeah, another one came in the post yesterday.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, so big fan of Lego. Got to have Lego around.
My wife swears at me every time a box from Nike arrives in the post.
How many trainers you got now?
This is where you need to take tips.
About me, I've got maybe 65 pairs of trainers, something like that.
Okay, I'm glad I'm in my headphones because
mostly Air Max.
Do you have those clear boxes?
Yes, I do.
My brother does this.
Yes, I do.
My brother does this. It must be a thing. He's got the Osiris ones, like the really bright trainers, and he has the clear boxes, and they're all stacked up. I'm like, the next thing you'll be like Kim Kardashian with Polaroids on the front of them to be like, oh, well, this goes with this outfit, and I don't get that.
I definitely have a pair of trainers for every outfit. I think I've reached that goal. I'm not as bad as others. There's a few that are in the world. I'd give a shout out to Carl Reeder. That guy's trainer collection is phenomenal. Is
that your goal, to try and get to that level?
Unreal amount of swag.
So next year in the XBert stand will just be a logo XBert and Will's trainers in clear boxes going along.
Not like those rubbish, those horrible QuickBooks branded trainers. Not like those. I might get some extra.
I agree with the grey and the green ones, but the QuickBooks trainers got Nikes a few years ago. And I'm so jealous of those. But they were specifically for trainers. I know, I'm on my own there. But actually, I can't remember the guy's name. I can't remember the guy's name at Free Agent, and I am really sorry if he is listening. But we went to the Free Agent stand at Accountancy, and he had some high tops on. I don't know what brand they were. You can tell I really tell. And literally, they were vibing over trainers. So trainers and Lego were what people were vibing over at
There was a few giveaways on Lego. There was a few Lego giveaways I saw on a few different stands.
I saw that. Yeah.
There was actually a talk there. Sorry, I'm going off. There was actually a talk there that someone I was talking to went to, and it was about well-being. And someone was talking, and they said the best way for accountants and bookkeepers to relax is Lego. They actually said that on stage. So it should be an allowable expense in our industry.
Yeah. I totally agree with that, because as Will knows, being to our office, what's in the meeting room? My Lego collection, which I build and add to it, and it's going in the office. It's a great talking point for people to come in and go, who's done it? And I'll be like, well, it's me. and they just love it. We spend they just fascinate looking at it and wondering why I do it, sort of thing. But yeah, no, I get it. It's the whole. It's just I just love it, just putting things together, and it just takes your mind off of, I think, everyday pressure. And I can see why people will get. It's becoming more and more popular.
See, I lost the love for Lego when I was forced to build Lego with the children. When you're like they get Lego for Christmas, or they get it for birthday, they're useless at building it themselves. So you're like, okay, I'll do it.
I get it, because you kind of think, oh, well, you've just not made the right shape there. That's what you're trying to do. Yeah. You've got to build it like this, and there's a system behind it. But when it's actually something you're trying to build, and for me, I've got the Batwing in the office, or the Batmobile, and the McLaren F1 car. I'm currently building a big Batman memorial from the cartoon Batman films. That you can see there's a purpose to it, so it's a bit different. Yeah. I think it's more the accountants and there's structure. I think that's what I'm trying to get. It's like there's structure there.
We need to
relate that.
Lego to sponsor the podcast. That's what we need. We need Lego sponsorship.
Let's have a word. I mean, I must admit, I was into Will, as a kid, you did Lego, and then the kids get it, and you're like, oh, you just end up doing it. But I see the investment potential now in Lego.
Investment.
Gary is into Star Wars Lego, and actually him and Aaron Patrick relate on this. Investing in rare pieces of Lego. 2 weeks ago, we had a loft.
It loses all of its value.
No, you put it back in a plastic bag with a manual.
You don't even open the box. So our loft, I'm not going to give our address away, obviously. Our loft has just been boarded 2 weeks ago, so Gary can store the Star Wars Lego that he has bought as an investment piece. So he had a choice. Do you want a bonus or as a pension contribution, or do you want the money as a dividend? And he was like, oh, I'd have the money as dividend. And now he invests in Lego.
Lego. Okay. Well, I've heard like watches and stuff like that.
Yeah, so there's watches, there's that, and then there's Lego.
Lego.
It's trainers and Lego. Just going back to the trainers.
Trainers don't last.
It depends whether, I've caught Gary shining the shoes or whatever.
You need to hermetically store. You need to store them in the right atmosphere. Otherwise, the soles crumble. Like they disintegrate.
You sound like you've learned that lesson.
No, I've got one pair of Air Max 1s where the sole has crumbled. But if you wear them, it's actually better if you wear them, because it compresses the foam, and it makes them last a little bit longer.
So this new pair of trainers that has just come, he showed me them this morning. Yeah, amazing, great. And said, all right, so tonight I'm going to relace them.
Yeah, I take great pleasure in relacing my trainers as well.
And you say to us about Lego, and you're lacing trainers on a Friday night.
Watch YouTube videos of how to lace them properly and yeah.
The left lace is a bit longer than the right lace. Got to start again.
No.
Start again.
Exactly the same length.
Oh my God! I mean, this is how Will spends his evenings, winding down after.
To be fair, not after. I've probably lost the love for it over the last year or so a little bit, but I've still got a decent collection. I don't buy as many as I probably went through buying about 2 or 3 pairs a month for like a couple of years, and now maybe I get 5 or 6 pairs a year now.
Nice.
And that's how Will spends his time.
Spends his money. But to be fair, I've started now doing it with the kids as well. Like, I'll buy the kids nice trainers, and
my 3-year-old has nice trainers.
There's no point in Isabel. She just wears the same pair all the time.
My 9-year-old is like, oh no, I can't wear those trainers with that outfit, Dad. They don't go.
You've been told.
I told you that. Yes.
Does that change over the years? What things match?
I don't know. My 2 boys are very, very different. Like, one couldn't care less what he wears every day. The other one's a little bit of a tart. Can I say that? I can't say that.
Likes his labels.
He likes to. No, it's not so much labels. He just likes to look good, right? He likes to dress well. He likes his trainers to match his outfit, and he actually chooses what he wears. Whereas the older one, the 15-year-old, is like, I couldn't care less. He'd live in like his Gillingham football shirt and a pair of shorts for his whole life if he could.
That's just that's how I roll. That's nice. Don't have to worry about what we're wearing. Just stick a pair of clothes on. That's me,
exactly right.
Yeah. That's me all over. Often get
I must admit, that's one thing. Bringing it back to accountancy a little bit and our practices and business. That's one thing I do like. I don't feel the pressure to wear a suit.
No, exactly. And that's something I had when I was the practices I used to work at, and they were great. But the one thing was I had to have a suit. It's just very stereotypical, and it wasn't enjoyable because you could see some clients felt uncomfortable with it.
Yeah,
do you think it?
Absolute fan.
Do you think that there's still that? I mean, I'm obviously not in an environment of
Well, walking around
hundreds
Accountex,
of
you can see
people.
it. There was still a lot of suits in Accountex.
Was there?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
necessarily from the vendors. There's
No,
one
not
vendor
vendors,
that they're
not vendors.
always suited, but a lot of people walking around in. I mean, I was in my standard jumpsuit. I love a jumpsuit. Everyone knows I love a jumpsuit. Different colours. Love it.
I think some of the big ones still do. I don't think they're as strict as they were.
I think it's more shirt like smart casual, isn't it? Right?
Yeah,
Like,
I think you're right there.
shirt,
That's what I've seen more
trousers,
of.
like, no tie,
And to be fair,
no tie, no jacket.
I wear that. Obviously we've got branded shirts. So we will stick them on. But wear with jeans 9 times out of 10 just to mix it up.
I never thought I was going to do that. I thought when I decided that I was going to have the practice, Gary, my husband, you'll hear Gary a lot, people. It's like, we are not doing the branded thing. People with the branded hoodies. It's like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
It's a
Guess
taxable
what? We have
expense.
branded
I can't
t-shirts
believe
now.
it. Taxable
Yeah,
expense.
so
I
we
can't believe I've done it.
And now I actually do want branded hoodies. I'm like,
Good hoodies.
how far can we take this?
Uniqlo hoodies are very good and they're quite cheap and you can get them branded really well. They're great. Very comfortable. That's what we've got.
What else? I'm thinking about getting some Stanleys branded. Fake Stanleys, not real ones. Real ones are expensive. Fake Stanleys. B&M Stanleys. Getting them branded.
I'm sure you could probably order those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad.
Putting all the allowable things through, get some branded stuff.
Better than mugs, right? Better than mugs. Branded
No, you
mugs.
can't be a big Sports Direct mug. You can't be any of those, can you?
Everyone has a big Sports Direct mug, right?
Yeah, I think everyone has it.
I didn't get any mugs. I didn't get any mugs yesterday at Accountex.
There's some solid coordination going on at Accountex as well, like colour coordination. There's a couple of shout outs that we can give. I think Sophie from Firm Check with her yellow. Always matches the yellow of their stand. She's great. And then there was
a lot of yellow yesterday. Loving the yellow.
Yeah. And then there's one of the guys from Ignition. So there's a lady called Bronwyn, who's the CMO in Australia. She had both on there on both days, different green outfits on both days that exactly matched the Ignition brand. It was
the shade of green.
It was like almost like to a T, perfect.
Wow.
But there's always one person. It's Lizzie, Aaron's Lizzie, that's the accountant. Her outfits are always matching, aren't they?
And obviously Rachel Harris.
Obviously Rachel. Yeah, obviously Rachel. Hannah Campbell was pretty coordinated on the first day.
She was bright pink.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
She was bright pink. And Laura Taylor, bright pink.
Nice.
So I can see we're going to be just talking about a podcast about brand colours soon, aren't we? Just like
talking about fashion, trainers, branded colours.
I think that's probably that could make a podcast. Is like, how did you come up with your brand? Like, how long did it take you to like determine the logo and get the right colours?
Well, I'm not going to lie.
Something you can fuss about like over and over again, right?
I'm not going to lie. I like Grand Theft Auto. I thought I could see if I could push the boundary.
Yeah.
We've waited long enough for a new Grand Theft Auto.
I know. Yeah, we have, haven't we? We've got to wait another year now.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Sad times.
Oh.
Well, hopefully that gives everybody a bit of an insight into who we are. And
just normal people, aren't we? Yeah, just normal people happy to chat.
Exactly that. Talk rubbish for half an hour and people hopefully might listen to it.
We've learned about each other. We've learned about each other more as well. So that was amazing. And I'm glad everyone else can see that although we love sharing everything business, we love sharing personal tips for life on trainers and Lego and branding.
Don't start buying trainers is my tip for that, because it's an expensive.
Or Lego.
Well, Lego's very expensive.
And enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. Thanks for everyone to listening. Appreciate everyone coming through, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks' time.
Great.
Bye.
Bye.